Today on Suncoast View, is it better to build new affordable homes or fix the ones we have? A new angle in the housing debate.
Our favorite photographer is here with a preview of Don't Miss May events on the Suncoast.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! They are all right here on the Suncoast and in our studio today. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Cliff Rolls. Great to see you.
Thank you very much for having me once again. I'd like the T-shirt now. I survived season 2017.
Oh, season isn't over, I heard.
It is, to a certain extent. The rush is over now. You're going to hear some very nice events taking place now in May and maybe June, but the chaos that we had in February, March, and April. That's over.
So you're sleeping some now, that's what you're saying.
No, because now I'm editing all the photos I should have got done back then. And I apologize to everybody that hasn't got their photos yet.
But
So I
every woman on the Suncoast smiles when she looks at you, Cliff, because you may just have a camera in your hand.
You never know, do you, Linda? Yeah.
You never know where those pictures will end up.
Yes.
So, well, welcome. We can't wait to talk about what is still to come, even in this month of May. Let's see who's in the kitchen today. We welcome back Chef Popey Amatis from Popey's Place. What are we making today?
Fresh zucchini pie.
Oh. Zucchini pie. Okay, now I know spinach pie is a very common and typical popular Greek dish. How did zucchini get involved?
I just thought to do something different, and it turned out beautiful. So you know, it's really nice.
Is it a
It's
dessert?
healthy. Pardon me?
Is it a dessert?
No, it's a pie. You can eat them with a nice Greek salad. Goes beautiful, like lunch. It's like quiche. But it's really neat, nice and fluffy, very good flavor, very good.
I can't wait to taste
It
it.
sounds great. We've had a lot of zucchini lately, which is appropriate since we're getting into fresh squash season. All right, Cliff, you always take pictures of us so beautifully. Well, we found some pictures of you. And I'm going to need for you to explain to us your prior life. Because, you know, we all have a prior life.
Wow, that's you.
First of all, you look great.
Wowee.
You do.
As opposed to now, thank you.
No, I mean, you've got a great
Yeah.
look. Although I got to tell you, you look like Paul Madison's cousin to me in this
Oh, right,
picture.
it
Do you
does.
see
Clark
that just
Gable,
a little
I
bit?
think. I think you look
But
like
who's the
Clark
other guy, and
Gable.
why is he on your lap?
Joe Elliott of Def Leppard.
Oh, well, just Def Leppard.
I was a long time in the music business looking after rock and pop stars, the biggest in the world, and I spent 16 years running around with these artists in Germany when I was there, in charge of their marketing, and there's Kiss, of course.
Wow,
my
what an
goodness.
amazing picture.
You're the best looking one there, Cliff.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
Wow.
Then yes, you really did go into my archives, didn't you? Donna Summer, looked after Donna for her trips to Germany, and I spent 8 years with this gentleman. Whenever Elton would come to Germany, I'd be responsible for his promotion coordination. I'd travel with him. I'd do his tours and his press. And I learned a great deal by looking after people like Elton John and John Bon Jovi and Metallica by accompanying them for years and years and learning their idiosyncrasies, learning how to promote people, learning how to market people, which is sometimes why I come off as very arrogant to the marketing people in this town when I say, you should be doing it like that.
You know what you're talking about.
You have right to say so. Are you managing
John Bon
press
Jovi.
here?
I was actually in charge of the promotion, international promotion for Bon Jovi over 7 tours.
Wow.
So I had a good time with the lads.
The lads.
Got on very well with them.
And you learned to make people look good. That's
Well,
where you
yeah.
learned to make people look good.
I took them into the television studios and made sure that when Elton was playing, I'd be the one looking into the audience to make sure that there weren't any sickos going to wander around and say hello to him. But
I love
yeah.
how you're on first name basis with them.
Yeah.
He didn't say Elton John, he says Elton.
Well, 8 years of, you know, looking after the gentleman was certainly a learning experience, and I'm very proud that I did 130 of the genre. You can find them on my Smug Mug site, and I looked after Celine Dion for 2 years, for example. Took her to the Eurovision Song Contest. We won that in Dublin. So
Who was the easiest? Who did you like the best?
I got on very much with Richie Sambora of John Bon Jovi's band, and I got on with Lars Ulrich, a Dane of Metallica, the drummer. But I had a wonderful time with all my artists.
And
really.
who was the challenge? We have to know.
I've got to tell you that Robert Plant and Roger Waters were, in my mind, difficult because of their images and their reputations and the fact that you're looking at there. Oh my God! Look, I'm sitting here with Robert Plant. I hope I don't do anything wrong. You know, and before they come, have I got their dressing room right? Is the route from the airport to the hotel full of red traffic lights, or can I go straight through in green?
Right,
you know?
right.
It's very important to know that all.
Your rock and roll years.
My
Cliff's
rock and roll,
years.
and which flowers, which artists did not like in their dressing room. But I won't go into
yes.
that.
Well,
It's
you
the
look
little
better
things.
than any of them, so you survived the best.
Thank you very
And
much.
we like
indeed.
all flowers. We're very easy to get along with. We bring us
And we
anything.
don't mind red lights either.
Yeah, well, we do, but we put up with it. All right, Cliff, that's great to see. Thanks for sharing with us. It is time for our first hot topic, Bradenton's approach to affordable housing. So a developer wants to put in low-rent apartments, but residents want to fix the empty homes that already exist. The Addison development would feature 91 2- and 3-bedroom apartments at the corner of 6th Avenue East and 9th Street East. Rents starting at about $560. But one nearby resident tells ABC7 that there's a lot of homes here that are empty because the market kept going up. Let's get people in them. Let's make living in them affordable and therefore make the area nicer to look at. So do we think it's better to build new or fix what's there? This is kind of a new angle on this
I
development
think
debate.
we're going to have to do both because we need so much housing. But I think first of all, fix the ones that are there so that the whole community looks better.
Well, fixing is actually sometimes renovations are more expensive than building from
Yeah.
scratch. So I think that's part of it. It's cheaper to just build a new home and knock whatever is down than going in and rehabbing. Because when you're rehabbing, you have to take so much care to not destroy things, and that extra time of keeping that wall here or not messing up this paint or not messing up the structure actually drives up the price.
I'm thinking the developers don't want to deal with the rehab.
Yeah,
they'd
rehabs are-
rather
rehabs are
build
more
boxes.
expensive.
Well, I don't think they own the land either. I think these belong to individuals. And they're just going to sit there and look bad until they're torn down or until they're rehabbed. And I don't think they're going to tear them down if they're not going to be rehabbing them.
Well, maybe that's the thing. You buy the land and knock down whatever's there.
Yeah, if the people will sell it.
Sometimes that's
Well, and sometimes
easier.
it looks better. I mean, there is definitely a dilapidated home problem in Bradenton.
Yes.
I mean, I think we all know that when you get around that downtown area. And it's going to be an eyesore until we can fix it.
Yeah, and if there's one here and one about 5 blocks down and one about 6 blocks down, a developer is not going to buy all of that.
But eventually that's what's going to happen anyway. Usually they may sit for maybe 10 years and eventually that area will have that resurgence. So it's just instead of waiting 10 years, let's start focusing on that now and just start making the area look better,
yeah,
especially
rehab
on the
them.
outskirts.
Because they will belong to the city, and then the city can't afford to rehab them, so they need to be redone while they're in private hands.
Well, it's good we're talking about it rather than just having them sit there and be a problem. So any steps we can make in more housing is a good step at this point. Summer vacation is just around the corner, but that doesn't mean kids get a vacation from learning. School districts, including Sarasota, are concerned about what they call the summer slide. That's the learning loss that occurs over the summer months. So as a result, Sarasota is expanding its summer learning academies at 3 Title I schools, plus adding reading programs at community centers and boys and girls clubs. Research shows that the summer slide can ultimately affect graduation rates and that summer learning loss is more pronounced in lower income communities where kids might not have access to the higher education learning opportunities during the summer. I have mixed feelings about this. Do we like these summer school thoughts?
Well, yes, because parents need babysitters too. And it's better to have a babysitter that's actually training them and teaching them something than just playing. So, and I think the teachers are good enough to make it seem like fun, make it seem special in the summertime.
I just feel bad for the kids. I
Me
remember when I
too.
was young, I wouldn't pick up a book.
me
That
too.
whole summer my mom would have to pretty much yell at me almost every day to get me to read something. And now, I understand the benefits of it. I think it's a good thing, but what happens to those days of just playing
I'm
and
with you.
exploring?
I know, I'm with you. When did we not let kids be kids? There is something to be learned about heading off into the field and climbing the trees and
Yeah.
playing with your friends and unwinding. I don't know, there's got to be a balance.
Well, there is.
There's a
Fortunately,
balance.
we are blessed in Sarasota with very many organizations that offer both, whether it's a summer camp at the circus or at the riding academy. They combine the learning process of teaching the children together with the pleasant parts of getting on horses, playing with animals, going out to the circus summer camp, for example, is one of the best examples of how they do that. And I would advise any kid to go to the circus summer camp, enroll their kids in there, and see the presentations that they give me every Friday. I'm photographing through the summer of these wonderful children doing their presentations with their coaches, who are also teachers in that respect. And they don't neglect their studies, they're learning all the time.
Well, and the kids that can't afford camps like that ultimately may be on the streets. So I think Linda's right when she says it is better that they have a safe environment to go, and let's assume they don't just have to do math and reading all day.
Yes.
Look at Girls Inc. or Children First, they've all got
Right.
these afternoon projects.
All right, well, summer is right around the corner. Time to think about that. So what is the best state to live in for women? Move Hub put together a study based on gender pay gap, political representation, health insurance, and violence against women. Well, the best place to go? Hawaii. Only 6% of women are without health insurance there. Easier said than done to get there, however. Vermont came in second, Minnesota came in third. Florida comes in the middle, right around number 20. Oklahoma came in last because of poor reproductive rights. I was surprised Florida fell as far as it did in this study.
Yes, because we've got a lot of strong women in this state that are demanding their rights. And Hawaii, I think they've always had sort of a matriarchal, I can't say.
Matriarchal.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, we know what you
Woman in
mean.
charge, mother in charge society from the very old days. So I think it's great for them, and maybe they can be our example.
Yeah, you know, when you go there, everyone is just so relaxed. It makes it easier. No, seriously, they don't worry about anything. It's like they're just very relaxed. Everybody's open, everyone's friendly, and I'm sure that has something to do with helping with the health-wise, you know?
Right. Oh, no,
'Cause
that's
you're not
a good
as
point.
stressed.
I worry about the cost of their food, though. And I
Yeah,
know
that's
from
true.
having been there how
Yeah, it is
expensive it
pricey.
is because everything has to be brought in. You know, economic concerns definitely keep me from being relaxed. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Good reason to go check out Hawaii. Well, the next selfie you take may show more than just a good hair day or a cool trip. Many life insurance companies are looking into selfies and facial analytics as a way to estimate life expectancy. That would then help make policy approvals and pricing decisions more quickly than, say, taking that long life insurance medical exam. Right now, things like motor vehicle records and prescription drug histories are used. Experts say your face tells a very complete story about your lifestyle because you wear it every day.
Oh, I don't believe that. Look at me now in makeup, and then give me 10 minutes to take this makeup off. You'd say, this person will live 10 more years. That person is on the way to the grave.
And they might not know about facelifts, right? But that's good. You'd get this amazing rate.
That is true.
As long as I keep my makeup on, I'm going to live a long time. Without it, I'm
Don't take it
doomed.
off. But on the other side, though, you know, more seriously, you can tell when a person, like for instance, have you seen people that have done drugs? And then you see them before they start doing the drugs, and then you see them a couple months
Yeah.
after. You can definitely see the sinkiness in the eyes.
It
all
looks like
the
a
things.
hard life in
yeah,
your face.
you can see that. So that's kind of.
People who smoke as well.
Yep.
Absolutely.
No, there's certainly something to be said for it. It was just kind of alarming to me that a picture of your face can determine
Just
all
gotta
these
keep
things.
wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Let me have my hair done first.
All right, well, the annual Met Gala is always a parade of who can wear the most stunning and bizarre fashions. This year did not disappoint. Let's look at some of the photos from last night. So under all that is Katy Perry. I'm not sure why. I'm
What
not sure.
a waste. If I had a figure like that, I would not be wearing that dress.
I think it's a contest of how much fabric you can wear. This is Rihanna talking about
She had to
fabric.
hold her head up because the dress was in the way.
You know what? You could. Maybe she was being bloated that day because she could cover it up. This, of course, Madonna, with an interesting look. Actually, kind of thought appropriate and respectful of her age and what she's
What?
looking
You
is
should not be
surprising.
respectful of your age.
Well, sure you should. I don't want to see her
I
naked.
love these new outfits. Mine wouldn't be that short, but I love this new style. The shorts and then the train.
All right, and I won't dish on the picture you showed me, but you were talking about how that's Nicki Minaj, by the way, the small little outfit with flowing over top and behind is
Like
very
see-through over
in
top.
right now. All right, Blake Lively, I think, looking pretty. Although I got to tell you, and maybe it's just my mind, she always wears a neutral. You know, she always has those skin tony light colors on. I know I like a little more pop, but she's got a peacock.
Yeah, peacock on the bottom.
We had somebody
pocket
on this show that said blush is the color for this year.
That's true.
So I guess blush is what she's wearing, which
Yeah.
I don't like, but
I don't either. But
I like it.
There's, if you want to see more from the gala, some of the outfits are just
amazing.
unbelievable. Kendall Jenner forgot most of hers. Let's just put it that way.
we should
Yes.
put Bobette's up there.
It was missing most of the middle and all of the bottom.
All
so
of the bottom.
all of the bottom.
Of
But-
course, I'm going to look that up as soon as we're off this.
might as well. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at the winners and losers in the stock market so far this year. But first, here's your happy hour forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast. A cold front now making its way through the Suncoast. We had some heavier storms earlier this morning down in South Sarasota and Charlotte counties, and now mainly inland storms this afternoon. The front itself is a rather weak one right there. It's pushing to the southeast at around 10 miles an hour. Not much left to it, really. It's going to continue to move in that direction. Behind it, some slightly drier air, but boy, some big storms have been firing up across central Florida and near Lake Okeechobee and into Highlands County, where they had 2 to 3 inches yesterday. More falling there now, and some into eastern portions of Hardee and DeSoto counties, but not a lot near the coast. Currently, we have sunshine. The front is through the airport now. West winds are at 10. The pressure at 29.97 inches. That's falling slightly, but will be rising. And as far as the evening planner is concerned, we are anticipating generally fair skies. Temperatures still on the warm side in the low 70s right on through 11 o'clock, so not much chance for rain near the coast. Temperatures currently across the state into the mid-80s. More at 5.
We just analyzed the first 100 days of our new president. So in Money Matters, ABC 7 business commentator and financial analyst Richard Stern is here to look at the best and worst performers in the stock market so far this year. All right, Richard, 2017 is a third complete. So are there any surprises when it comes to the best and the worst?
Well, I don't think you'd be surprised by the best ones, frankly. You might be surprised by some of the worst ones. But first, let's put everything in context. So far this year, the Standard & Poor's 500 index is up by 7.3%.
I'm liking that.
Historically, the S&P over the last 50 years annualizes at between +6 and +7%. So if the market were absolutely unchanged for the balance of the year, we would still finish higher than we have on a historic basis.
That's
so
good.
We've had a pretty darn good 4-month run. So let's take a look. First of all, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the top 2 performers so far this year. Big surprise, number 1, Apple.
But look how much.
Up 24%, and remember, we're looking at 4 months. We're not talking about the rally post-election of November, December. We're talking January and forward. And I think everybody knows that. And by the way, Apple is going to be announcing its earnings after the close of business today.
So that might be even better.
Yeah, or it could be worse, but I think most people think it'll be pretty darn strong, so we'll find out. Boeing. Now, let's talk for a minute. Why is Boeing so strong? Anybody want to
I
hazard
heard
a
they
guess
got a
at that?
couple new contracts.
Well, somebody thinks that we're going to be spending a little bit more on military as well.
Right.
Certainly, Boeing is a big, big beneficiary of that.
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't say this on television, so I'll keep it moving.
I thought it was because the players were doing that play called Boeing, Boeing.
No, they've actually been shipping stuff overseas already. Helicopters and stuff have been shipping from the ports.
Oh, yes, very much so. And, you know, in my business, the important thing is to think ahead. You know, Wayne Gretzky always used to say, people said, what made you better than other hockey players? He said, everybody skated to the puck. I skate to where the puck is going.
Oh.
So in our business, that's what we try to do. What's going on? Well, Boeing has been a beneficiary of a military buildup, and people believe that may continue. So now, no surprise to me on the downside, but let's take a look. Number 29 out of 30 is Chevron.
Oh.
Do you think the oil companies are having a bit of a problem with the price of
guess
oil
they
such
are.
as it is? And number 30, drum roll, ExxonMobil, down
Well.
9.5%. So if you take a look at what's the commonality here, obviously you've got 2 oil companies struggling because of the low price of oil, and you've got 2 companies that are doing extremely well, Apple for reasons that we understand, and Boeing for reasons now I think that we understand. So I think those are sort of self-explanatory, but you kind of step away from it and get a good idea. Now, we in the past have talked about the FANG stocks. If you remember FANG, that's Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Let's take a look and see how they've done so far
they're
this
doing
year.
well, too.
Facebook, now I didn't include these earlier because some of these are not part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, actually none of them. Facebook is up 31%. Amazon is up 23%. Now we go to Netflix, which is up 23%, and trailing Google is only up 17%. So every one of these stocks year to date has done extremely well.
Every one of these I use many times a day, too.
And guess
Good
what?
point.
That's the kind of homework you do. You say, what are people doing? What are people using? And certainly those are the kinds of things that benefit from it. I saw one thing this morning that I thought I'd like to share with you. MasterCard announced record earnings, record everything that they're doing at the same time that retail is suffering, right? So I say, now wait a minute, why is retail suffering but MasterCard doing so well?
Because no one's paying off their credit cards,
Well,
right?
that's part of it. The other part is Amazon is a huge credit card user, yes?
Right,
Or I should say their customers are. So even though retail, brick and mortar as we call it, is suffering, doesn't mean people aren't spending money.
Right.
They're spending money, but they're not spending it at retail. And if you go out to the mall, you can see that, unfortunately, very obviously so.
Wow, this is really good stuff. I mean, I feel like I'm ready to make some investments now.
Go to the puck. Go to where the puck's going.
Which one of the fangs are you going to buy?
Oh, I would love to get more Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the mall because there should be good sales if nobody else is shopping.
Good idea,
Exactly
Linda's
right.
going with me.
Exactly
All right,
right.
well, thank you so much,
You're
Richard.
welcome.
And when we come back, we have animals in the studio. And of course, there's going to be a local singer-songwriter performing for us. We'll be right back.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill, I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah. Our next Sounds of the Suncoast performer is a Sarasota native who's thrilled us with her pop and folk style since she was 16. Her debut album releases this month. You can see her soon at the Harvey Milk Festival. Please welcome Lisa Silvermore. Take it away.
And she's wide awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering how to escape. Oh, it's cold outside and her fingers are numb. She tried to call you all beyond ever home. She falls to her knees, begging care about me. But this pain isn't worth it when no one is near. to the clouds above or chasing her down. Run away with me. Woo! Oh, what are you gonna find? The adventure of a lifetime. Mingling with the stars, you're gonna forget who you are. What are you gonna find? The adventure of a lifetime. Mingling with the stars, you're gonna forget who you are. So run away with me. Let's go. Oh, run, 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 run away, 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 away with me. Run, 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 run away, 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 away with me. Let's run away.
Oh, wow, you guys
sound
are
amazing.
good. Introduce your band members here, Lisa.
So we got Josh here on bass, and we have Dave on drums, and my name is Lisa Silvermore.
And you've got a new album coming out.
Yes, the new album is Doppelganger. We recorded it about 2 years ago, but it's, you know, it takes a while to get it all fixed together.
It's a process. And
It is
was
a
that
process.
an original song we just heard?
Yep, that's an original song. That's the
Great.
single off the album. It's called Run Away With Me. We have a video on YouTube. You can find all of our music on SoundCloud, and once the album's released, everything will be on iTunes.
And gonna have a
speaking of
release
the
party.
album
Yes.
release, yes.
The album
a big
release party is at
coming up.
Growler's Pub.
It's going to be at Growler's Pub this Saturday.
This Saturday.
So get out there and enjoy the fun. You can find more information on her website. And we'll be right back. But first, let's hear more from Lisa and her group.
Whoa, I learn something new about myself every day. Maybe I could like it if I knew how to stay.
We asked you, Suncoast, why do you like ABC7?
I like ABC7 because it's local.
It gives me all the local news, local weather.
It's so local and so community driven.
Haley Wilgus does a great job.
John Scalzi, that's my guy.
Bob Harrigan is wonderful. Stephanie's my favorite.
I like Scott Dennis.
I like them all.
We're all very grateful that you cover what you do and you're here to participate with the community.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7's Osprey Cam on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Opera TV. And get an exclusive bird's eye view of Sarah and Soda, our own resident Osprey couple. With ABC7's state-of-the-art high-definition Osprey Cam with night vision, you'll get an up-close and personal look at all the Osprey action live 24/7. And you might just be the first to spot an egg. Search ABC7 on your streaming device. Download the free ABC7 channel app and click on Osprey Cam.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Popey from Popey's Place, where she has created a zucchini pie. Popey, talk to us about cooking zucchini. Do you have to be careful about the water and the mush when you prepare it?
Yes, you have to make sure you don't overcook them because it holds a lot of water. And after it's hot too, it's still cooking. So you have to cool them. Put them in a strainer, strain the zucchini, get all the water out, and then you use them.
So will we cook the zucchini before we put the pie together?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Yes.
All right, well, we will join you in a few minutes and learn all the steps.
Yes.
We'll see you in a little bit. Linda?
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, did you know that they are all at the Big Cat Habitat right here on the Suncoast? Big Cat Habitat is a full sanctuary of rescued exotic cats and all kinds of other wildlife, and all of them are in need of a permanent home, which they found there forever. Founder Kay Rozier and her son Clayton have a special relationship with all of the animals, and Danielle is holding now a lemur.
No.
A sloth?
It's a sloth.
You can tell how much I know about exotic animals, right?
Well, I keep calling it a sleuth. It's just the lemur's really slow friend.
Sort of a cousin down the line. Well, she is
Stella.
very, very handsome. So tell me what we'll see other than Stella when we come out, Kay.
Well, Stella's going to be on the VIP area for this special event, but she will in the future be around and people can see her. Danielle will present them, but we also have 150 other animals, including primates, lemurs, which are lesser primates. We have 15 bears. I mean, we have a huge amount of animals, plus our whole petting zoo with all those goats, a koi pond. It's pretty cool.
It's my favorite place in the world to go.
Yes.
My grandchildren know that.
Stella is hugging you.
Oh, Stella is attached.
Yeah, she's really on there.
Well, she's actually a youngster. She's a snuggler.
Just a baby? Well, where do you get your animals, Kay?
Well, we get them from all different avenues. Sometimes we had a lot of animals that came in during the downturn in '08, and a lot of people had lost their property, people that had private collections. Sometimes people pass away. A lot of our big birds are from when people have passed, because they live a long time. They live, 100 years, so they go through several parents. And so, if you don't have a family member ready to take over and do the job.
Take over a zoo, because most of these are coming from zoos or shows?
No, not zoos, no, and not shows. Actually, when I first started the sanctuary, I wanted to take in circus animals, because people were always saying, oh, circus animals are terrible, they discard them. No, they don't. They keep them. So we never really got it.
You never got one.
And I know all the animal people in our industry, in the circus business. And for sure, I mean, they keep them because they're bonded just like you are. I mean, how can you not fall in love with this beautiful?
How can we not bond with this? All right, Clayton, we want to know all about Stella. Now, first of all, she's headed to your armpit. Is that okay?
Lucky for her, because I did have to shower before we came today. Otherwise, she'd be going the other way.
So what can you tell us about Stella?
Well, she likes long walks on the beach and margaritas.
She does not.
She drives a Porsche at the moment, but she's looking to go up. She's a two-toed sloth.
And you can
she
see
was
that
she was actually one of those different amazing stories. She was a gift from an amazing veterinarian that has a private collection of unbelievable animals, and he gave her to us as an ambassador animal for her species, because these guys are always in danger of extinction. There's a lot going on. They can't outrun the bad guys. So he wanted us to have her as we get a lot of school groups. We do a lot of tours out there, and she's going to be
one of our amazing ambassador animals that'll get to go out and visit homes and hospitals and all kinds of stuff like that. And they're really kind of an amazing little animal.
Cool.
I mean, you know, normal
mentioned
people.
them going out, but are they safe? Because they seem like they're. Oh, she's trying to.
Put
your
your
finger
out.
Put your finger. Yeah,
This one is actually going to be a very large sloth. These are the largest. This is a
No, she's going this way. There we go.
When they're full grown, what do they weigh, Danielle?
They can weigh up to 25 pounds.
25 pounds.
Oh, that's a tiny one. So you've got your gala coming up this weekend. Tell me about that.
It's going to be our first time to do a concert fundraiser. We're very excited about it because we have some great artists coming out from California, from LA. We have a gentleman that's a Grammy winner. We have a wonderful flautist. We have Greg Ryder, a fabulous flamenco guitar player. He's an American. He lives here in Florida, luckily. He's coming out. And we have a wonderful singer named Anna Danes that's really big on the jazz circuit out there in Hollywood area. And she's wonderful, beautiful, you know, and a great voice, very good. And it's going to be a great show. And then at the end of that day, which we're going to open at 5:30, and we'll go till 9 or whenever.
Real late around here.
Yeah.
All right, I have a quick question. We actually did like a fun story about people who do like an immersion experience at a camp and go sleep with sloths.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm starting to understand that because that is the cutest cuddler I have ever seen.
And the best part is when they bite, it's in slow motion. So you can they just kind of go like that, so you can go away.
Look at him, Clayton. And all animals like you, don't they?
Yeah, luckily they do.
He's an animal himself. So. But the end of our concert on this coming Saturday, May 6th, we have a great local band called Maiden Cane, and they are rock and roll. So we're going to finish it off with a nice rock and roll night. We'll have beer and wine available, great food. Fat Sam's going to make some great barbecue and all kinds of delicious food. And plus all the animals will be
good.
We're going to keep them up that night. And they are so different when you go at night.
Well, Stella won't mind. She's nocturnal, I heard.
For one thing, in the evening, they're more active because a lot of them are nocturnal, so they be awake. And it's just a different atmosphere and very nice to see them under the lights.
This is my favorite place in the world. We've been there Christmas Eve. We've been there anytime we can get in.
Yeah, we have had just a most wonderful season. We have huge crowds, and everybody loves it. So
it's
a great
May 6th. Don't miss the big concert. The fundraiser to feed all of these beautiful creatures and give them permanent homes.
We're actually building a clinic on-site clinic because it's traumatic when you have to move some of them.
Yes.
If we have a problem, our vets, we have wonderful vets that help us. They'll come to the facility, and also we want to have a off-site area for the retiring ones. When we get like me, I can't walk good, and I don't want people looking at me.
We'll join them, Kay.
I
we'll
think
be
this
right
is
back.
the best spirit animal. She loves to sleep, and so does the sloth.
We'll be back with some of Cliff's pictures from all the fun events this week.
Oh, he likes you. To her.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
The official salon of ABC7. Loose Salon.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. An alarming voicemail leads to middle school lockdown. Manatee Sheriff's deputies arrest a teenager for making a serious shooting threat. Plus, changing the rules on when and where Sarasota County school employees can smoke. The debate over the current policy. Get a check on our weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Scott, some storms were around earlier this morning, especially in South Sarasota and Charlotte counties. And then the cold front actually now slicing through north central Florida has now made its way into west central Florida. And it looks as though most of the action well inland, pushing off toward the east coast. And some very heavy rainfall into Highlands County, eastern sections of Hardee and DeSoto counties. Not much going on near the coast, and it will stay fairly dry, I think, through the evening. 85 degrees right now, the dew point 71. Winds are out of the west at 10, the pressure 2997. More on another front headed away today at 5.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
I'm Alan Cohn. Military enlistment on the Suncoast as President Trump escalates tensions with foreign nations. Who is signing up to defend the country?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
And welcome back. Typically, once the weather gets warm, the snowbirds head back north, and our social scene on the Suncoast quiets down. But that apparently is no longer the case. Cliff Rose is here today to tell us all about events that we do not want to miss because it's continuing for May.
Yeah, well, the bags aren't as big under the eyes now as they were, but I'm still, as we said at the beginning of the program, editing to get the photos out to the people in time. Yeah, it's May. It's quieting down.
It's May, and you have a lot of events that you're about to show us. And I want to mention that these pictures are from last year, and it just kind of helps you dress for this year's event, so you know what is going to be like.
Right.
And
so
see how much fun it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look at it. You can compare, Linda. You can compare what you wore last year to the circus gala, for example.
So I don't wear it again.
Here we go. Designing Daughters. I love this organisation.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fashionable gala. It's called Shipwrecked. It's taking place at Moat Marine on May the 5th. Now, the Designing Daughters give grants to many local charities each year, and the majority of the fundraising goes to a variety of community non-profits. Now, it's made up, as you saw, of an impressive list of local influential women. This gala is at Moat. Glitzy, under-the-sea signature cocktails, live entertainment, fashion, and oceanic delights, attire, coastal, glamour, and glitz, whatever that means.
It sounds good.
It's gonna be good, I tell you. Now, the next one, Glasser Schoenbaum.
Okay.
Glasser Schoenbaum is having its luncheon at May the 11th on Michael's on the Bay. It's home to 18 non-profit health and human services agencies, which they're going to obviously profile this luncheon over at Michael's on the Bay. Lovely place to have an event, by the way, down there in Selby Gardens. And this is the only collaborative human service non-profit campus honouring 4 tenant partner agencies who've been with them from the beginning. So you're going to see a lot of Sarasota stalwarts at this wonderful event on the Bay, all looking as flowery as Cam Hodgins there, the executive director.
Another big one, the YMCA.
Haven't been active in the last year or so for various reasons. They're bringing now a wonderful event. It's called the 2017 Golden Hearts. It's on May the 13th at Michael's, and there's going to be glass blowing, there's going to be caricature artists, a live band, 3 amazing live auction items, cocktail attire in hues of gold and red, and they'll be honouring people like Sandy and Vern Buchanan, or Dennis and Grazie McGillicuddy, or Dick Vitale with the 2017 Golden Hearts. People who've helped, and helped even more.
I mean, this is just a lot of
events the same way we were seeing from January to April. And
Yes.
It's all for a good cause.
All for a good cause. The only difference being that there's not 5 in a day. There's only 1 or maximum 2 in a day.
And a little
So
more
it's not bad.
luncheon oriented too, which is
Yeah, a lot of, which is
nice.
good. They're doing that in the
I
lunch.
love the Suncoast. You don't dress up and have a good time unless you're doing it for a worthy cause.
That's it. It's lovely, isn't it? The circus is having a couple of things. I've got to mention that this weekend coming, they're going to be over at the Big Top Brewery on Porter Way celebrating its 3rd anniversary celebration. And they're going to be, all the funds are going to go to the Circus Arts Conservatory. We love that. But the reason I'm talking about them for this month is the Cirque Appetit fundraiser, which is a luncheon, as Stephanie said. It's benefiting the Circus Arts outreach programming. It's on Tuesday, May the 16th. You can learn more about the Circus Arts Conservatory, which is becoming extremely intricate in the meantime, having taken over Sailor Circus. They've got the education programs. They've got humour therapy programs. They do not stop working. Wonderful organisation. And I should add, I'm going with them to Washington for the Smithsonian Folklife Festival.
Wonderful.
I can't wait. I'm going to photograph the circus and Sailor Circus on the National Mall in Washington, D.C.
What an honor.
in June. And it really is an honour.
Another one that we are looking
You are, Mark. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And
You're on
another
there.
one we're looking forward to is Men, Whiskey, and Watches.
Well, this is the second of that variety, but this time it's taking place in Venice.
Okay.
I love the Child Protection Centre. It's one of my favourite organisations. This is the second one they've held down there. This year it's going to be at the Suncoast Air Centre. There's going to be loads of restaurant vendors standing there giving you lots of food, whiskey tasting and a full bar, live and silent auction, a ladies' sky lounge, whatever that means, and watches on display in diamond and gold.
They want the girls to go somewhere else. That's exactly what that is.
And the others can
So the men can drink whiskey and
smoke
talk about
cigars
watches.
and puff on whatever, yeah. We're heading into one of the last events of the year, which is the Oslo Reps Men Who Cook and Brew. It's on May 21st at the Van Wezel. Laura Wood excels again in her organisation. Craft beer, brews from local vendors. There's going to be a load of guest chefs, including a certain John Scalzi, who's going to be down there cooking his favourite meal, and hundreds of people will be lining up to take. And Mr. Panic has emceed that in the past a couple of times. So we have fun down there at the Van Wezel with all the people from the Oslo Rep, all the benefits going to said Oslo Rep.
You
we love
forgot
that.
one event.
I beg your pardon?
You forgot one event.
I did?
My birthday's May 20th.
It's worth a drum roll on
Are
its
we
own,
having a
isn't it?
gala?
I mean, how do you forget that?
I'm sorry, baby. Next year it's in, I promise.
Okay, all
If
right.
I do the photos this year.
But what you did bring us is the photo of the month. What is
I
that?
did. This is the one I took down at Selby Gardens. I just couldn't resist it. It's the Chagall stained glass panel that's there next to the cottage, representing how Chagall. And of course, I know. It's a shameless plug. My 2 granddaughters at Easter over having a wonderful time collecting their eggs, and I adore them, as you know.
Well, we love your pictures and all of the events that we can go to, so thanks for the update.
You're welcome.
And next, you're going to reveal another talent, so we're learning a lot more about you today.
It's a Cliff Roll show!
All right, we'll be right back.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here, and we're ready to help. Call us today.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa.
If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back. Well, once the season here on the Suncoast quiets down, Cliff goes on walkabout.
I do.
And you've actually put together books about things you've seen. Tell us about Walkabout Europe.
Went all around Europe in 2013, came back. A colleague convinced me to write a coffee table book about it, putting loads and loads of photos in it. Called Walkabout Europe. And it's available on Amazon.com. Thank you for the plug.
And where are you walking this year, quickly?
I will be doing from Warsaw to Vienna to the Dolomite Mountains to Liechtenstein, back into Germany.
And he doesn't walk the whole way, obviously. It's a phrase.
I wish I could. I'd lose some weight.
All right. Well, we're going to gain weight first because we want to eat all of Popey's goodies. We're headed to the kitchen for zucchini pie.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Haley Vilgas. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Quite a bit of turnover at the Northport Fire Department, why many firefighters are leaving and when they expect to be back at full force. And now taking a quick look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents right now, but there is a little traffic backup on I-75 in the northbound lanes near Fruitville Road. Now let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. Some showers and some storms around this morning. Those, for the most part, have moved well inland right now. That front is now moving through our area. It's 85 degrees. We have lots of sunshine, at least near the coast. West winds are at 10, the pressure 2997. There's those storms this morning. Pretty big, some lightning strikes occurring there into Charlotte County. Then most of the action has moved inland. The actual front still back here, and this front will continue to move off to the southeast. It is weakening, though, as the showers approach Manatee County. They're all but gone. We'll have more in the forecast coming up at 5.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular received a J.D. Power Award for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and switch now. For a limited time, get your first month of service free. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
And welcome back. We're in the kitchen with Chef Popey from Popey's Place. All right, Popey, what we're making?
Okay. Zucchini pie.
Okay, so
yes.
zucchini pie. And the
Yes,
first step, I
yes.
see you have some butter cooking
Yes,
up
and
right here.
olive oil also.
Olive oil.
And you cook your onions, you put your onions in.
Okay, so onions.
Yes.
2 onions?
Yes, 2 onions, large onions. Parsley.
Okay, I can do that?
Yes. You let them cook the onions real good, and then you put your zucchini.
And Cliff is over there
Yes,
cutting the zucchini.
Yeah, great idea to have a photographer.
So we put
You don't
the
need those
zucchini-
fingers.
Yes, all in.
There we go.
Let them cook
You
for a
better
little
cut
while.
fast,
Yes.
And how long does that cook for?
For 10 minutes to see the zucchini cook a little bit. Yes, 10 minutes. And then the zucchini carries a lot of water, so we have to take the water out.
Oh, so you drain it?
Yes, because it holds a lot of water in.
How can you tell it's cooked? Is there a way to look
Yeah,
at the
yes, you
texture?
can see it. Yes, you can see it's already cooked and it's soft.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want it all the way cooked either. You
Oh.
want to keep them brown because they cook in the oven also.
It gets mushy if you cook it too much.
Yes.
And I see you have something else over here. So once this is cooked, what is that?
You let them cool a little bit after you take the water out, and this is the eggs and the cheese.
Eggs and
you,
cheese.
Yes, and you mix it up real good. All right? And you put everything together.
Oh, wow. What kind of cheese do you use?
I use feta cheese.
Of course.
And Parmesan. I
Oh,
put Parmesan.
yum.
Yes, yes. Really good flavor.
Popey's feta is the best ever. And you just let it
Okay.
kind of cook
Yes,
together.
cook. Mix
So it's
it
a
up.
lot thicker than a quiche consistency.
Yes, yes.
It's
a
smelling
pita.
really good.
Yes.
And the eggs
So
hold
it's
it
ready.
together.
Yes, it's ready. Now, in the meantime, you layer the filo dough on your pan. You grease your pan, and every layer you have to put butter and olive oil.
I love it.
I love it. So when you put 3 or 4 leaves in, you put the whole thing inside the pan.
I'm unveiling my next layer here.
All right, Linda, this takes talent.
I
Filo's
am-
hard to work
listen,
with.
I am very nervous.
Don't
So
be.
I get
Don't mess
this.
it up.
So, yes.
Oh, thanks, Mobeth.
So phyllo comes like that in a
Right,
sheet.
in the sheet.
You have to keep it damp, though, I learned.
Very down. So
So you tuck it in.
yes, you
Then
have to
put butter. Okay,
Every
so-
layer butter.
And how many layers were on the bottom, Popey?
4.
4 on the bottom, and do you
yes,
put 4 on the
yes.
top?
And now, because this is, extend.
fold it in.
We need to fold it
yes,
over?
you have to fold it over.
It's sort of like folding diapers.
That's so interesting.
Yes.
And then do you put another layer on the top
You
also?
have, yes, but you have to butter everything.
Oh, here we
yes.
go, here we go.
All right, Linda, you
Oh,
got it.
life is full of challenges. Are we?
I like the phyllo.
Oh, the filo dough is excellent.
Look at that, yes.
And it's lighter than a pie crust,
Okay,
Yes.
so it's like
it's
that.
healthier
It
for
goes
us.
like that.
Yes.
And then we tuck it in.
Yes, but another filo again You still
Another
have-
one?
Yes, the last one, yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Right, so this is going to be so nice.
Poppy, where can I visit you? Where are
Visit me, and a lot of places. Birmingham, Palmetto, Ellington, Venice.
Oh, wow. Great.
Formanity.
All across the
yes.
Suncoast. Poppy's Place.
Raskin.
And
yes.
Poppy, is zucchini pie on your menu at your restaurant?
We put them on special. Yes.
Oh, a special just for us. We love
so
that.
now the secret is how to cover it up. You
And then
fold
you
it
put this whole thing in the
in
oven.
the oven.
All right, but Beth, I'm going to send you to the oven.
Okay.
While Poppy does the fluting of the edges there. And we'll take a minute to thank Cliff very much for coming, giving us the Don't Miss May events, which we appreciate. Poppy and Linda are putting the finishing touches on zucchini pie, but we want to take a look at the finished product, the gorgeous brown top, and we are going to dig right in and give it a try.
Before you put them in the oven, it's a little secret. You have to take a little.
Oh, she's going to decorate the top. I love it. All right, we're going to dig in. You take some time and enjoy the Suncoast View. Thanks, Poppy.